Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Let's Play video. This is H8MC2M, or Max if you'd like to call me, and this is Cuphead. Cuphead is like a 1950s style cartoon game, and it is one of my favorite games of all time. Chances are you've probably heard about it, that's why I've come to this video. Anyway, let's start a new game. So let me read through this to you, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Once upon a time, in a magical place called Inkwell Isle, there were two brothers named Cuphead and Mugman. They lived without a care under the watchful eye of the wise Elder Kettle. One day, the two boys wandered far from home and, despite the Elder Kettle's many warnings, ended up on the wrong side of the tracks and entered the Devil's Casino. Inside, Cuphead and Mugman soon found themselves on a winning streak at the craps table. "Hot dog!" exclaimed King Dice, the casino's sleazy manager. "These fellas can't lose." "Nice run, boys," laughed the newcomer. The brothers gasped. It was the casino's owner, the devil himself. "Now how about we raise the stakes," he suggested with a toothy grin. "Win one more roll, and the loot in my casino is yours," the devil boomed. "But if you lose, I'll have your souls. Deal?" Cuphead, blinded by easy riches, nodded and grabbed for the dice for a throw. "Good gosh, Cuphead, no!" cried Mugman, for he understood the danger, but it was way too late. "Snake eyes," laughed the devil, while slamming to the floor. "You lose!" The brothers trembled in fear as he loomed over them. "Now, about those souls." The brothers pleaded for their very lives. There must be another way to repay you," Mugman stammered. "Yes, please, Mr. Cuphead added. Perhaps there is," the devil snickered, pulling out a parchment. "I have here a list of my runaway debtors. Collect their souls for me, and I might just pardon you two mugs." "Now get going," the devil roared, kicking the boys out of there very rudely. "You have till midnight tomorrow to collect every one of those souls. Otherwise, I'll be the one collecting yours." Cuphead and Mugman were terribly frightened and ran away as fast as they could. "Come on, Mug," panted Cuphead. "We have to find the Elder Kettle. He'll know what to do." And here is the start of Cuphead. "What a fine pickle you boys have gotten yourself into. I know you don't want to be pawns of the devil, but if you refuse, I can't bear to imagine your fates. You must play along for now, collect those contracts, and you be best ready for some nasty business. Your debtor, friends, won't be very friendly once you confront them. In fact, I expect they'll be transformed into terrible beasts. Take this potion so they won't hang you out to dry. It will give you the most remarkable magical abilities. Now go use my writing desk and use the mystical inkwell there. You'll need to prepare for yourself for a scrap." So basically, this is Cuphead. It's like a platformer game, and there's a tutorial right here, so I'll show you how we can play. The tutorial. Duck. Hold down to crouch. Space is to jump. Tap for a short jump. Hold for a high jump. And now people got confused here. They thought you had to jump and dash. But you jump here and dash. Now descend is down in space. Next is Z. Shoot for rapid fire. Or you can hold and you can shoot in many different ways. So like that. Now this is a parry slap. Press jump while airborne to nullify or interact with pink objects. This also builds your super meter. Resurrect. Revive your dead pal with a well-timed parry on the ghost. 2-player mode only. So that means you can only do this when you have 2 players. So your X move is an upgraded attack that requires 1 super meter card. So collect coins to purchase items from the shop. And that's pretty much it. And also the X shoot, if you have a full bar of 5 and you've beaten one of the mausoleums, which you'll hear about later in the series, then you're going to be able to do an extremely special move. So for the time being, you'll have to lay out all those debtors to move on. Now shake a leg. Alright, let's get going. So now, we'll be able to see the beautiful world of Cuphead. So just to tell you, this was made over the course of 7 years, and it took 7 years to create all these drawings by hand. Hey fellas, looks like you're in for it now, eh? Well, I used to be the same way. I was getting into trouble, running, jumping, shooting, but now I prefer just strolling around and getting pictures or something. But hey, let me give you a hand. Take this. Thanks for the 3 gold coins, man. So now we can buy our first weapon from the shop. Now let me just say, the weapon you should always get at the first. Don't get any of these yet. Always get the roundabout, because this is the best weapon in the entire game, in my opinion. Besides the charge shot, which is also amazing. You got to equip those new purchases if you want to use them. Look at your equip card, you bums. So here's what you do. You can go into here and equip your things, like that. And there's also the super, like the ones I was talking about from the mausoleums earlier. Alright, so now that we've equipped, let's start the first boss. Now, this boss is called the Root Pack. It's actually the easiest boss in the game. And this first phase, it's a boss rush kind of game. So basically, what we do is we go to all these different bosses in the entire world. And, yeah. So this first boss is like a potato, and then his second phase is is like an onion or something, and then it's a carrot. Here's the onion. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just use our X move against there. And by the way, the X move does a lot of damage. So you always want to use the X move no matter what. Always make sure you avoid projectiles or stay above 1 health. Because if you don't, then you're pretty much already dead in any of the boss battles in this game. So that's the first boss beaten. Not that hard. I will try and not spoil as much as I can, and at the end of this playthrough, I will try my best to get all perfect scores, actually. So yeah, we just got a B+. I can get a higher grade, obviously, but... Alright, so we just beat one of the bosses. Yay! Alright, we got the soul contract. So let's go over to the next boss. So this boss is called Gloopy Legrand. So, okay. Here's a real high-class battle, eh? So basically, the key to this battle is just to avoid his jumping and duck when he does that, 100%. And if you guys are going to try this game yourselves, please remember to just always avoid. That's the #1 thing I recommend with this game. Well, that's what you have to do, pretty much. Alright, so now we're really just in the second phase right now. This boss has 3 phases. Now he's in the 3rd phase. He's one of the easiest bosses in the entire game. Most likely going to get an A+ grade right now. Alright, so this grade phase is obviously the hardest phase in the entire boss. Oh, well, I managed to do it. Now, if you can hit your target, you should always hit the target as well. Hitting the target, best thing. It looks like we didn't get a perfect score this time. But it was good. We got an A-. That's a very good score anyway. Alright, so I don't think I've explained that much. But I should probably explain some more. #1 thing is the parries. If you gain a parry, you will increase your super meter, which is at the bottom left corner. That's like the cards. And if you get some of those super meters, you always should use them, because you'll be able to, like, deal a lot more damage to the enemies. So now we're on to the 3rd boss. And the 3rd boss is these guys, Ribby and Croaks. And by the way, did I mention that the soundtrack in this game is just amazing? There, I'm taking one of my first bits of damage to this boss. Alright, so always, I know I'm saying always a lot, listen to me. But you should make sure to get rid of those, remember to get rid of those flies that he shoots out in the first phase. Most of the bosses in this first island of the game will only have like three phases. So that's always a good thing to have, because if you have three phases, then you're a pretty easy boss usually. But on account of this boss, it's one of the hardest in the game in expert mode, which is like the hardest mode in the game. I don't know why, but I still have trouble with it to this minute. Oop. Well, that's my first death. Okay, let's try again. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get a good grade for this, actually. So let me try and hit the parries. It's not always that good of an idea to go for the parries, even though you should hit them, because if they're too hard to get, then just don't go for them, because then you'll lose health. And, well, I'm talking about this like you're going to play the game yourself. But, you know, it is a good game, and I recommend it. So this guy's going to shoot first. Always avoid. Always fight against the wind, unless you need to. Yeah, just like fight against the wind. That's what I say. And this guy will automatically, like, do that. Oh, that was close. I took damage. That was not too bad. Alright, avoid the coins. And avoid trying to dash into the machine itself. That's bad. And also, I know this time I died last time on this one, but that doesn't mean you'll always die. It's a matter of just platforming. I mean, it goes faster towards the end, which sucks, so I don't want to have to go faster. But yeah. Alright, I don't like the tiger one. The tiger one is the worst. This one I can deal with. Alright. Ah, I died again. I don't know why I have... Oh, I was so close. I just don't know why I have so much trouble with this one. Alright, I'll skip to the take where I have a successful attempt. Alright, back in the third phase. So, now that we're right here, we avoid the coin. Alright, do not get the tiger. Alright, we're good. One good thing about the boomerang is that if you need to focus on platforming, and the boss is like right to the right or left or middle of the screen, then you can just like shoot in front of you or in back of you. And you will always hit the boss, which is great. Hey, looks like we got the same one. Ooh, alright, we have to watch out. Yes! Okay, we beat the boss. Yay! Alright, let's see what our stats were. We got no parries. Okay, we suck at this boss. Alright, so this is good. I think we're just gonna do one more boss for the end of this episode, and I think that boss is going to be... I actually don't know who it's going to be. Oh, well, you know what we are going to do? We are going to go into the mausoleum right here. This mausoleum is the best, and the mausoleum is something that you should always do first. Because now we're going to get the best attack in the entire game. If you have 5 cards, then you're good. Here we go. So basically, it's just parry the ghost. Save this person who's inside this behind me. Ooh, because if the ghost take the person who, like, I haven't told you yet. This person, it's not a person. I won't spoil it, but there's something in there. It's trying to get out. If you let the goats, listen to me. If you let the ghosts hit it, then it will not, you will lose the round, and you'll say, you died! Also, there's an achievement that if you get, like, 4 parries in a row, then you actually, like, then you gain, like, a secret coin or something. And a good way to do that is in Inkwell Isle 3. I won't explain that right now. Where are my manners? I didn't even introduce myself. She said, thank you for saving me, by the way. I am known as the legendary Chalice. Pleased to meet you. I was searching for magic and got trapped by those ghosts. Speaking of which, this magic please accept this gift. It should help. There are other mausoleums around Inkwell Isle. I just wonder. Alright, so this legendary chalice was helping us. Anyway, what I was saying is in Inkwell Isle 3, there's... Yay! I got a new super. So... Oh, dear me, you mustn't forget that magical super rods have to be equipped in the menu before use. So I will just say this right now. This is the best super art in the game. And there's one mausoleum per isle, or island. This is Inkwell Isle 1's. There's Inkwell Isle 2 and Isle 3. And you should always go for them. So anyway, let's do the last boss of today. I don't know if we have time for it, but whatever it is, let's do the last boss. So the last boss we're going to do is actually through and around this little secret back here. We're going to do the airplane boss next time. Floral Fury. Cagney Carnation is the name of this boss. You've probably seen this face flying around somewhere around the internet, because it's very famous for its seed puns. It sprouts many seeds and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So basically, what you have to do is avoid. That is the main premise of this fight. Avoid, 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 and avoid. It's not that difficult. It's just like, if you get hit at all, you're pretty much dead. Alright, now watch out for where he's gonna sprout his things. He's also gonna like throw out dandelions. Alright, watch out. Oh yeah, and here's my new super. That's... Aw, dang it. Ooh, I almost beat the boss on the first try. See? There you go. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, let's get down here. And let me try and find this one that I can parry. Yes, because parrying is essential to the game if you want to be able to do things. And also, don't get hit like I just did right then, because that's not the right thing you should do. Because if you do, then you're pretty much done for. Oh yeah, and that's a way to avoid attacks. It'll just make you invisible for invincible. I always have trouble with that word. Alright, so we can go back to the middle now. Ooh yeah, and it gives me that effect, like a screen. Yeah! And I got another parry at the end, lol. Alright then. So let's see what our stats are. I think we have a... we have 1 out of 3. Too bad. That's okay. Look at that. It's still an A-. Oh, wait, it's a B? I want to know. Okay. Alright, everybody, so that's the last boss we're going to fight in this video. I think we're very successful. And we're almost done with the first Inkwell Isle, which is great. And now I can actually show you right now, because this list shows us all the boss we've done. This one with the question mark is the one we will do next time. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.